One I got, I met that door.
Could we all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jennifer, roll call, please.
Mr. Henderson?
Here.
Mr. Duco?
Here.
Mr. Hendricks?
Here.
Mr. Rowley?
Here. Have a motion for approval of minutes of the last board meeting of July 23rd, 2015.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I have a correction on that. 2 donations last month were for $100 each for Knights of Columbus for cheerleading and golf. It should have been $25 for cheerleading and $50 for golf.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll abstain since I wasn't here. So.
Okay. Jennifer, roll.
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Duco?
Abstain.
Mr. Rowley?
Yes. Moving to the Treasury report. Jennifer?
Okay, I have bills, accounts payable, as well as financial reports, which include the board reports. And the only thing I have for this board meeting is donations. $200 from the Legion for the golf team, $50 from Mr. Mancuso for the golf team, $100 from the Eagles for the cheerleaders, and $100 from the Eagles for the golf team.
Motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Hendricks?
Yes.
Mr. Henderson?
Yes.
Mr. Duco?
Yes.
Mr. Rowley?
Yes. Moving into public participation. Do we have anyone signed up?
No, Michael.
No one signed up? Would anyone like to speak? Okay, we'll move out of public participation, and we are going to go into old business. Old business, we will move into the superintendent's report.
Okay, no presenters tonight, so you'll be happy to hear that. I want to start off with when I went back to the office to get Pennex Aluminum conducted an open house to show their appreciation to the community. I think several of you were there. They specifically recognized Leetonia schools. Dave Reeby, their president, thanked the board for their continued support as well as their positive relationship between Pennex and the schools. He presented the school with this piece of aluminum for the first extrusion of the new equipment. I forget the price of the equipment. If anybody was there, but very expensive press from Italy. And they wanted the school to have that. So it says, thank you for supporting our Leetonia business growth from the Press D expansion project, Leetonia schools, first extrusion, December 19th, 2014. So very nice get together. I think Mr. Rowley was there.
Yeah, was that the first extrusion?
That was a piece of it from there. So.
The place is amazing. Richard was there too. Absolutely amazing.
Michael was there.
Yeah.
So I want to thank them. Real quick, teachers report tomorrow. We're going to continue to work on technology and data collection. The members will be working this year. Last year we worked with Epiphany, Columbiana County ESC, and focused on dual classrooms data collection and analysis to improve instruction. Katrina Moore will be in the building 2 days a week, so something different that we have the ESC actually housed here, much like we did last year with Epiphany, which is nice to know when they're going to be here and what the focus is and how they'll be working with our staff. Many improvement projects, 70 new desktop computers and 30 new wireless devices that we talked about. And we'll be getting some committee meetings going in October again. But this year's permanent improvement money was used for, those are all, well, I shouldn't say installed. I know Ryan was up there Sunday working on that as well. 2 new security cameras and 7 replacement cameras are installed as well, all part of the projected budget. And the parking lot has been sealed and lined this summer. And the gates to the football stadium have been repaired. They've found a new way to attach them so that they wouldn't stress off of the brick. And I think, Mr. Hendricks, you have them in your possession now to paint for us.
Right on.
And so hopefully we'll get them up. We appreciate you doing that.
As a little footnote, one of the best ceiling jobs I've seen. I think the ceiling it came out amazing on the parking lot.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And totally chip and sealed around.
I saw that. Real quick, student achievement update. Gabby Van Scoy, the 2013 Leetonia graduate. recently presented on the subject of math models of bone metabolism at the Mathematical Association of America Conference in Washington, D.C. Gabby is a student at YSU. She was one of 5 YSU students to receive an award at the conference. She won the Janet L. Anderson Award for Outstanding Student Exposition or Research in Mathematical or Computational Biology. Wow. So that's pretty impressive, and so congratulations to Gabby. I contacted, just because these are more discussion items, we'll put them in here. I contacted several schools about the Green Apple project from last week. Response was varied. Only one school, Cardinal Local, responded with specific data. However, I think I sent that data out. It was kind of combined with other House Bill 264 projects. So the actual savings from just the Green Apple, I'm not sure was reflected in there. So, as I said, most are in their first year waiting for data. Some were lukewarm about the whole thing, but I did say at the meeting that I would make contact with those schools. If you have any other interest, let me know. The couple other things, just so we know. I believe it was, and I went to look at my notes today and I didn't have time, but we talked about the greenhouse. We had a greenhouse that was the ESC had donated. We're going to put it on, and I just want you guys to know it's coming. Right now, we think that the best location is probably at the end of the building near the middle school entrance. Just want you guys to know if you have any reservations about that being, as you come up on that. But since we have the equipment here, probably the best time, you guys are doing the field, be the best time to level off that area and put the structure up there. So if you have any reservations.
You can't see it?
You know what, that's the thing is, if that's the, I wanted to check with you guys, see what you thought. They need sunlight. We can walk around tomorrow with Mrs. Bezzosi and Ms. Coffey, they'll both be here, and find out. Our first option would be then somewhere where you don't see it from the road. Is that
That's what I
Okay.
agree with that. I would think.
What about behind? What about behind? I mean,
By the generator?
no, well, no, by the building,
The garage.
the garage.
okay?
Check
Yeah,
it
'cause
in,
it's not real
check
big.
it in the morning and
It's not
see
real
how much sunlight there is.
12?
No, it's
8
too
by
cheap.
8
Yeah.
by 10.
Yeah, it's not
Not
big
It's not big at all.
Not big at all.
So let me check the garage.
I mean, I don't know. I
No.
don't think you want to take away from the school and set it.
That's why I wanted to bring it up tonight. I wanted to make sure, because I thought
You
the
don't want
same
to tuck it
thing.
right behind the school, because then it doesn't get any morning light. So yeah, maybe kicking it down to an outbuilding, pump house or something.
Yeah, even down there. Let me look around back here.
Yeah, I understand keeping it close so that way the kids don't have as far to walk.
Right.
Or whatever you're doing with it. But, yeah, just check it out.
No, I agree. Yeah, I will. Speaking of that, L&W baseball field's working out pretty well. I know that Mr. Hendricks has been working out there, and thanks Mr. Henderson being for the liaison for that project. And I will say that we've drained that field. It's amazing, that field there. I just, we couldn't use it at all when my first couple of years the tractor got stuck. Now at least you can use it. The band loved it. They didn't have to go as far. They loved having that field and the junior high football. But even as of before any rain today, there's still sitting water down there. And I checked the valves to see if maybe there was a leak.
When we built this, I thought they told us that there was a natural spring under there, and that's why that was always so.
Wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's still water. And it's.
I mean, I don't know if they had facts but that's what they always told us.
I agree, because I checked all the valves. I thought maybe that water fountain, that maybe that pipe broke and there's water. The water's just
It's probably a spring.
Yeah.
10 straight days without rain, it's still a giant puddle down there.
Oh, the pipes were full last night when we were up working, when we broke them. To get it down to grade, they were full of water.
Oh, so you did break those on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We didn't even go as deep as he wanted to. He wanted to go down a foot or more.
Well, once you get the new pipes in there, that'll
Yeah.
take the water.
Where's the water? Got to the street, or is it going to
There's
go?
a catch basin clear down by the football field, but you can't dig it until they're done practicing. Because you're going to have a hole right through the center. You're going to have a torn up spot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk to in that area. A quick update. I worked on some guidelines with the administration and Mr. Adinsky, and they're going to go through the procedure and have a recommendation for DI and Key Club, because none of them have been approved yet for the September meeting. Correct, Mr. Adinsky?
Yes.
And as far as fundraising, Mr. Adinsky, do you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing there as far as fundraising and charting, and we're trying to stop repeats and go ahead if you want to.
Well, what we were able to do was create a spreadsheet where We entered the same information that we had on the paperwork that we've traditionally done, with the addition of the vendor contact information. For instance, we ran into a question about an issue, and I was able to contact the vendor and get answers to our questions, easily. So that was added information that'll prove to be beneficial, but it downloads into a spreadsheet that keeps tabs on what fundraisers we have going on throughout the buildings, and Mrs. Cold Snow and myself and Mr. Mino need to collaborate to see what channels we want to go with the original paperwork versus the website, so that hopefully we don't have to do double work for people. But it seems to be a good tool that will help us out.
And once again, no candy sales at the beginning. And tomorrow, one of our points, and trying to get so we don't have repeated ones. The one that we're looking at now as well is fundraisers for projects, and we're still working a little bit on that. Where they, whether it was the bear or the bear claw in the middle of the field, there's one-time projects. Because like with PennX, I know that the news ask about how much they support the schools. They've given a lot of donations, and we're limited on who. We're always doing it to the same people or same companies, so we want to kind of be aware of that as well. The last thing I have is, and this is just something that we discussed, and probably you may not want to talk about, just something that we're doing the traffic flow out front, and probably I know Troy came back with 7 or 8 different times, and hopefully we have one. If not, we'll adjust it and do the best we can to help with the traffic flow out front. Because last year, dropping off at the middle school really is not safe with no security. We have a security person up here.
We can get Randy Rodick in here to testify.
Yes, and well, you have 3 people coming. You have the buses, the driver drop-offs, and the students all in the same quad area. And as we were going through this, I told Troy, I said, it'd be a lot easier if these roads had names and we were trying to describe to people where to come in. Coming off Walnut by Stouffer's house or up here. I don't know if that's something, in the future that may be something that we look at. But we were just talking about that as a campus, that names for the roads on campus. We do actually have 2 roads on campus. The one that goes all the way across and the one that cuts down towards there. So just an idea or something to think about if that's something you want to do. So that's all I have, Mr. Lynn.
Okay, well then we are done with the superintendent's report, and I hereby move that the board will adjourn an executive session for the purpose of considering the employment and appointment of a public official. It'll be a short recess.
And can we add to that the 4 board members go in first, and then we'll call for the superintendent and the treasurer?
Oh, we can do that. Yep. Just text you. Okay. Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Motion first.
Motion.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you do a roll?
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Right.